All right. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Na 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 na.
Hey.
Na 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 na.
Hey.
Hey hey
Let me
hey.
hear you.
Goodbye.
One more time.
Na 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 na.
Hey.
Na 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 na.
Hey.
Hey hey hey.
What you say?
Goodbye.
Let me hear it again.
Na 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 na.
Hey.
Na 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 na.
Hey.
Hey.
Wrap it up.
Goodbye.
One more time.
Na 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 na.
Hey.
Na 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 na.
Hey.
Hey. Goodbye.
And we're done.
Great job, boys.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Great job,
Take
boys.
one.
We're gonna use that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Happy episode. What is this? 8?
It's
episode
7,
8.
8, 7,
Happy
8.
2-month anniversary.
Wow,
anniversary.
wow.
Thank
Let's
you
talk about it.
guys.
Wow.
For your
2-month
commitment.
anniversary.
2-month
Holy
anniversary.
crap.
Yeah.
Strides.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
In
longer than a
dog
lot
years,
of
we're like
relationships.
56.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That equates,
we're,
yeah.
we're
Let's
old,
talk
we're
about
old.
it's been here.
Yeah.
Happy mathing.
All right, so I guess to begin, welcome. My name is Thomas, the head of partner relations over here at Lexington Capital Holdings. Next to me here, I have
Grizzly, I got demoted from CEO last week. I'm back to COO.
Apparently, I'm the CEO of episode 8. So Frankie D'Antonio, next to me,
And-
most important handsome man in the world.
As always, Appio Fragaletti, Director of Banking Relations here at Lexington.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So very special episode 8, everybody. We are launching a new program over here at Lexington, and that's
Yep.
what this whole episode is actually dedicated on. So I guess we might as well just drop the sauce on them right now. Tom,
Yeah.
drum roll, please. And the new program we are starting is Digital Media Marketing.
Ooh, Lex
Lex
Media.
Media.
Lex
Lex
Media.
Media.
Yep.
Let's talk about Lex Media.
Let's do it.
So a big reason behind the vision of Lex Media and starting up our own digital media marketing company, in my opinion, is mostly due to the fact of our amazing branding already in our industry, in our space. I mean, we have people who reach out to Tom as the partner relationship manager, Grizzly is the COO, and all of our reps here just in general, and just say how great we look over all the socials, how we all look very synergized as a team, how the content we put out looks amazing, even the podcast, the webinars, everything that we put out on the forefront. We run tons of ads, get a ton of traffic in already. So
Yep.
we're just very successful with it, bottom line. And
Yeah.
we've been told by multiple people in the industry, which has really fueled this. On top of it, there's nobody in our space who's actually, I mean, they offer different products and programs, but they've never went out of their way to open up a digital media marketing company. I mean, come on.
come on now.
I mean, we already do it all in-house. We don't
Yeah.
hire outside. There's nobody that's
Nope.
outside of our company that does our marketing. We all do it in-house.
Yeah.
Vertical
end to end.
alignment, very, very key in our industry and in many industries. You know, you want to keep as much in-house as you can. You have the control.
We've already done so well. Like even when I'm bored and I'm like at home and I'm just on LinkedIn, I just like click on Lexington. I'm looking at our LinkedIn and it's funny.
Yeah.
Like you see all the little things we do every day. The theme days, theme Thursday
Theme
days.
Thursdays are great.
Just the little videos that we make. Me, Frankie, Appio, and Grizz standing on a table singing Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it all breaks down into what the people want to see. They like because that stuff gives you like the authentic view of who we are.
Yes.
And like that's just a huge thing too. These guys are funny, they're personable, they're relatable. I'll take out funding from them.
It's the modern day of funding. I mean, people want to put a face to the name. They
Yep.
want to know who they're dealing with. They even want to know down to like what your personality is like and how you walk and talk and how you might even look in your office, and they want to even maybe envision you closing a deal like at your table. They want to see that, right?
Yeah.
And then especially in our space, it's prevalent because we're not like a bank. You can't just walk in and say, "Hey, I want to speak with Teller Tom, and I want to take out one business loan, please."
Please.
No, typically they'll get to us through some sort of ad traffic, right? They'll find us via maybe Facebook, via our website, via SEO, Instagram, Twitter. Scott, you know what we do, guys, right? So
Yeah.
TikTok ads, etc. So it's the new age of just developing customers, and it also makes the customers feel more comfortable with you
Yeah.
when they're actually able to see everything out there and everything on you.
It validates
Yeah.
the company.
It's like a public record. Right?
Yeah.
It's just out
Yeah.
there. It's like your company's public record
Yeah.
almost.
I mean, no scammer or scumbag is out there putting their face or even sending emails and text messages in the capacity that we do. Everybody wants to
Yeah.
just talk on the phone because there's
Yeah.
nothing in writing.
Yeah.
And we're out here. We put every aspect of our lives on the line every single day. We're sitting here right now for a very specific reason.
Yeah.
We don't care because we don't do anything bad, obviously.
Yeah.
But on top of that, I mean, obviously, this is also great marketing for ourselves. And we're just starting off episode 8, 2 months in. How many views are we averaging right now? We're averaging a good amount.
Yeah, like $150, 200 views a
150,
video.
200.
Yeah, I saw one of our videos got up to like 300 views for a half hour, 45-minute, hour-long podcast.
That's
It's
a
lot of
great
views.
ratio. Yeah.
100%.
A lot of views.
100%.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with a lot of things. I think we're very educative, we're informative, and we got style to us.
We're
right?
funny.
We got class. We're
Yeah.
funny.
People like
We're
us.
a good group to watch. So
Exactly.
And the industry's booming. There's a lot of people trying to get into
Oh,
it. A lot of
man.
people need some sort of guidance. Yeah, and they'd rather take guidance from personable people that they like. Just like you always say, the people want to buy from who they like.
100%.
People want to learn from who they like too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't learn from teachers I didn't like.
Yeah. No, I got it.
I learned
But,
something, but I don't know if it was what I wanted.
Not what we needed.
So I wanted to even dive in and let's break it down as simple as so what really is marketing, Grizz? Simplest form, like what is marketing? How did it start? Like
So-
what's your definition
Yeah.
of that?
So like marketing, I mean, it dates back centuries from now, post now, from now, yeah, however that phrase. Centuries ago, marketing started. It came from the Latin word marketus, which means marketplace. So it's the branding of your goods. You go to the marketplace. Let's say back in Greece or whenever you were doing it, you were making sculptures like pots. These guys would put their own like a special symbol on it, or they'd make it a certain way, so that way like everyone knows, okay, this is Thelios's pottery. So like that's their marketing. It's their brand. It's how people know that it's a good product. It's genuine. It's made by him. So like that's really how it essentially started in the marketplace. Back in the old times, whose vegetable stand was the best, who was whipping out the best pots and cups and bowls and stuff. So it really came down to that. Like that's the early days.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think it got into the colleges over 200 years ago now. I think it was like Oxford was the first one to bring it in or something like that. It was a very, very old study, but yeah.
Marketing's always been a thing that's been done. It's just not. It just didn't always have like its own terminology.
Yeah.
But your customer's not going to know about your brand, product, or service if they don't know about it, right?
Yeah.
If they haven't seen it before or you haven't just thrown it in front of their face, right? You can't buy someone's product that you don't know about. So in my opinion, marketing is the basis of all business, and it's actually the most important because you could have the most amazing product dumped millions upon thousands of dollars into that, but if the public doesn't know about it or know how to get access to it, they can't purchase that product from you.
Yeah. And the cool thing about marketing is it's never really changed much. It's just kind of the vessel that you use that changed.
Yes and no. I mean, like a lot of what we're going to be doing is digital media marketing, right? So we're going to be running advertisements for people, email, text blasts, even setting up like Google accounts for them, setting up their websites. So marketing definitely in the past 10 years is definitely a lot different than compared to what it even used to be 10 years before. I mean, people were doing things such as like door to door. People still do door to door nowadays, sending post mails, right? Just sending mailing. I think that's a little outdated right now at this point.
Yeah.
And a lot of old school tactics to really just get their product and service out there. But now it's a lot of online. Everyone's really online. That's where everyone's seeing products, goods, and services. And they say if you put a product or service in front of people 7 or 8 times, then they're finally going to remember your brand.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to do.
And the digital marketing is so important now too, because everyone's on their phones, everyone's on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Ads are always prevalent.
Yeah.
Even if you're just swiping past, sometimes I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's an ad.
Yeah.
Like you take an extra second.
Let's
sometimes.
talk
it
about
does.
when you talk about something too, and it pops
my
right
God.
up
Oh, yeah.
too.
Always
So
listening.
anything you want to learn about, talk about it for a hot second, and you'll get some info.
Me and my sister actually tested it one day. We were just bored and we wanted to test it, so we just kept yelling Reese's into our phone.
Mhm.
Not even 20 minutes later.
Wow.
Ads.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's insane.
One time, Appio sent me a link for a chair, and that was probably 3 weeks ago now, and I'm still getting ads for it. No matter any site I go on, Hermes chairs or whatever
That's
the brand was, I'm like, all right, great. Like I'm not buying this chair.
That's awesome.
And honestly, everyone talks a lot of bad things about it. I personally like it. If I'm talking about something that I want to buy and I'm thinking about it, and then it pops up on my phone and it's like kind of exactly what I was looking for, I'm like, all right, cool. Like that was extremely convenient.
Really good marketing, to
Yeah.
say the least. But
Yeah.
definitely scary.
Yeah,
With
Yeah.
I don't know, this is scary.
'Cause,
Nerve
like, at the
wracking,
end of
but
the
it's
day,
like
they
whatever.
Are listening. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, whoever
just-
they are,
what-
but they're listening.
You stop right
I'm
So-
now.
trying to
Yeah.
save money. I don't want
Yeah.
to spend it.
Yeah.
I might say I want to spend it. I want to save it.
Yeah,
To
I
spend
didn't
more.
buy the chair
like
yet.
that poor guy at Bob's Furniture.
Oh, jeez. He's
My,
all right. He'll get
my
over it.
favorite ads are the ones you see on like Instagram where like you're just scrolling through and then all of a sudden like an AP watch comes up or
Yeah.
like a Philippe Petite, you know.
yeah.
It's like I am not buying a $300,000 watch right now. Why are you advertising that to me? Like it's kind of wild, like the targets that they put out there. But yeah, you're getting ads for everything.
Planting that seed.
Yeah.
It's always good to plant the seed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, I want an AP personally because it's my nickname, AP.
Never called you that once in my life.
AP's
Hello.
Some other loser did.
None of you losers. My real friends.
We're the real losers in your life.
Another thing I think we do really well, even dead from the beginning, you were very set on was branding.
Oh yeah.
Making something synonymous with Lexington,
Yes.
like the red.
Lex Red.
The sea of red.
Lex Red.
The red
Yeah.
shirts.
Sea of red.
I asked one of you guys the other day if I can wear a suit in my new picture. The answer was no.
Yeah, I said no.
You
You
gotta
have to wear
wear your-
red.
gotta wear your Lex
literally.
shirt.
Unless
Yeah.
it's a red
It's
suit.
Lex Red.
Red suit.
If
With
you
the
get a
Lex
full red
pads.
suit,
It would literally have to have the same stitching. Like they would have to be able to look at it from like a distance and be like, "That's a
that's
Lexinite."
Lex. Yeah.
No.
Because you'll look at
On the
someone's post
lapel.
on LinkedIn and like you'll see just the sea of red and like I'm telling you, you know when you see that patch and the red shirt, they're a Lexinite.
Yeah.
because
So
no-
does
no
it
one
have
else
to
is
be
branding
stitched
like
in, or can I get a nice pin?
Stitched in's preferred.
that. We got to take the pic. You got to post on LinkedIn for like 30 seconds, and I got to see if I can tell you're Lexinite or not.
Okay.
You know.
So all right.
Yeah, there we go.
And if we could tell, then you're in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is called product
This is
testing.
called branding. This
Yeah.
is called
Branding,
you know.
yeah, this is branding.
You
product
want
testing.
your customers to be able to identify what they're looking at, and especially you're looking at it, especially right. So like
Yeah.
if you can't see it, then definitely the customer who's just swiping isn't going to see it, right? Because
Yeah.
you're actually pinpointing it.
And we had this from the jump too. I mean, Frankie was a genius in the beginning. Like by month 2, we were known as like that. sea
But
of
what's
red,
nuts
like,
to me in our industry is that's just not like that great of,
It's not
of an
common,
idea. It's
yeah.
just what you've always done. You always have synergy with your look, right? You always brand towards like a color, and you always you want all your employees to just dress the same, right? It just shows synergy. It shows that we're a team. If you're on a football team, I mean, you all wear the same jerseys, right? If you're on the basketball team, you all wear the same jerseys, right? Why is it any different than for your company?
I mean, even think about the networking event. That's all they kept saying. And so we
Yeah.
would walk up to it like, God, a
Yeah.
lot of red in here. Like you guys
whole
took
lot
over.
Of red, whole
Yeah.
lot of red up.
Whole
in
lot
here.
of red.
Whole lot of red.
And it's funny too, like even on the phones with clients, like when I first started, like, oh yeah, I remember you with the red shirt.
You guys are the red, yeah.
Yeah, with the guys with the red
That's a
shirts.
big thing actually to bring up is that we have clients all the time, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, the guy with the red shirt." You know,
All
if,
the time.
if we didn't remember your name, maybe we didn't fund you or whatever. We just had like a 1-day experience. But like, I remember you, the guy with the red shirt, and we even tell our guys like, say that to the guys when you send an email out to the business owner, be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
remember me?" John Jameson from Lexington Capital Holdings.
Shout out John.
The handsome man with the red shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because I mean, think about it. They get even people who email them all the time. You know, they have their contact picture. They're wearing like a black suit
Yeah.
or like
It
a
doesn't
generic black
distinguish
suit.
them.
Everyone
It
else is
doesn't
wearing a black
distinguish
suit.
them.
Everyone's wearing
Yeah.
black, and we're here bright red in your face.
Bright
like,
red.
Hey, what's
I
going on?
couldn't
You remember
imagine
me?
our company not doing that.
No,
I couldn't imagine. It's like the simplest like thing. I feel like. So
Yeah.
but
definitely to step
the
out of
red
that
works,
shell.
Yeah.
Oh, the red worked.
That's
Red
what I'm
definitely
saying.
worked.
Red works.
Red's aggressive. I mean,
Red happens to be my favorite
Heart
color
rate
too.
going.
To me, red is the color.
Yeah, it's aggressive.
It pops.
Yeah.
You see a red car. You know, it's
Yeah,
it's
the most
different.
pulled over car there is.
Yeah.
Where's the
Yeah.
yellow?
There's something about that color
No,
that's
it's-
just aggressive.
Yeah.
And what's funny too about me and Tom is that I feel like I can't escape red. I mean, our high school, middle school
Yeah.
was red colors. I were just like red and black and white everything like my
Yeah.
whole life. So
Pretty much.
I even went to Stony Brook University. They're red white. So I just literally
Go
just
Seawolves.
can't get away from it.
America,
You guys were
red, white, and blue.
Weren't you
Black.
guys?
Yep, red, white, and black.
Wow,
That's
wow,
crazy.
that's
Yeah.
nuts.
Full circle.
Shout
Yeah.
out the alma maters.
Yeah.
Newfield High School.
Pat Med.
Mount Sinai Mustangs.
Newfield times
Yeah.
two.
I don't know
Yeah.
what we
I'm,
are.
no, I'm dropping it. You guys.
Go
Just say you're from
Mustangs.
Newfield, man.
Nah, the Wolverines took over. But on that topic too, was there like a specific light switch in your head that really said, okay, like, we're launching this program?
Yeah, for a few different reasons. One, I wanted to get a residual program coming into the company, not just for the company, but also for everybody who works for us to get a residual product coming in. Because you guys know, as the owner, I'm very big on getting in different streams of income for everybody, right? So we have our alternative finance sector, we have LexLock, we have credit repair, and now we're adding in the digital marketing. So millionaires say you need 7 incomes to become rich. Well, I'm going to make sure that happens for my boys. I don't necessarily believe that. It's cliche, but why not make it happen for everybody,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think that really, for one, is just putting more money in everyone who works here's pocket. On top of it, like I said a little earlier, we are synonymously known in our industry as the best branded company.
Yep.
So why would we not fully launch and scale it? I mean, just in our industry alone, I know we're going to have clients on top of clients on top of clients, not just brokerages and marketplaces are going to reach out to us, but funders that make millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars a year, maybe even publicly traded companies, are going to reach out to us for us to do their digital marketing.
Yeah.
Because as crazy as this sounds, we do it better. We take the time, we put in the effort, we have that mom and pop shop feel while still have that corporate head honcho-ness to us, you know,
Yeah.
can handle it, right? We have that about us. We have that aura. On top of it, it's just the most pivotal thing in business, I think, nowadays to compete, and especially in the higher end industries. Like we're in finance, guys, right? So
Yeah.
we're not just competing with like On Deck, Mulligan, Credibly, like alternative lenders.
Yeah.
We're also competing with banks, Chase Bank, publicly traded companies that have been around for hundreds of years that have billions upon billions of dollars in assets. We're competing against for ad spend
Yeah.
and getting our brand out there, right? Because people aren't just going to just chase, they're also coming to us. So we have to put ourselves out there and show that we're better than them, right? What does that come down to? That comes down to our marketing, how strategic we go about it. Because at the end of the day, we don't have the ad spend that Chase has, right?
No.
But there's different things that we could do. I don't want to give up too much sauce where we could still get our name out there with people. Like we get, how many people do we get that applies at our company every day? It's way more than
It's exploded.
and probably almost every Chase branch on Long Island. Like we're probably like neck and neck almost, right?
Yeah.
Than the inquiries that they get, and it's because there's different ways that you could set up your SEO, that you could run ads and tailor it to the industry so that people find you a little better, and that's something that we are really good at, and we want to bring it to the forefront. We want to help some people in our space, in the alternative space, become prevalent players, not just in the alternative space, but in the traditional financing space as well. We want to give the little guy the chance to beat the big guy. David versus Goliath, baby. And that's what
Absolutely.
Lexington's all about.
Slinging rock.
And that's what Lexington's all about. Slinging that
I'm getting
rock.
chills, just like the
Slinging
morning
that
meetings.
I think
really
another.
think that I
Sorry,
really
go
think
ahead.
that Lex Media is going to be really big for our word of mouth. We already get great word of mouth referrals all the time,
Yeah.
but nobody's really going out there and boasting about where they got financing or that they got financing. A lot of people want to kind of keep that internal. They'll tell their close family and friends, but a lot of people ask, "Who does your marketing?
Yeah.
Who does your marketing?"
100%.
And I feel like that's going to be really big for some of our word of mouth clients. And I was curious, are we going to have any sort of like signature on these media on the Lex Media that we're doing for our clients? If John Doe from John Doe's Construction gets signs up for our Lex Media, are we going to have some sort of signature where people will know that we are the ones doing their marketing?
So yes, there are ways to do that, mostly through their website. If we build them a website out, that's mostly going to be the way that they're going to be able to know. Usually that's going to be in like the bottom left or right hand corner or top right hand corner. Most marketing, digital media marketing companies will put their work, make sure that everyone knows their work, right?
Yeah.
So that's really mostly it. But definitely something I need to think about because I think you're right. But another thing that you kind of made me remember too is that I think a big reason why we need to start this too, Tom, is the fact that we fund people,
This
right?
is exactly what I was thinking.
And
too.
Appio even said it the other day. What are the two most sought out things that people use the money for when they get funded by Lexington?
Marketing
Yeah.
and working capital.
Yeah.
An expansion.
Typically like materials, like
Yeah.
materials.
That's what I wanted to
expanding.
say, but what people write down on the application.
Yeah,
is
it's
working
okay.
capital.
Yeah, 100%.
But, marketing and materials, or a lot of our real estate clients, obviously down payments and materials for their rebuilding. But
people
mostly
understand. Like
marketing.
people are ignorant to financing. They don't know, and that's why they come to us. We walk them through. We hold their hand. But people are really extra ignorant when it comes to digital marketing. But at least they know that they need the help, right? They know that they're not the expert. And let's be real. Let's call it what it is.
Let's call it what it is.
Let's
too.
call it what it is. Look at how many baby boomers are retiring, right?
Yeah.
And that are giving their business up to now maybe a random person going through some sort of seller financing, business financing, or maybe they're passing it down to a grandson, a son,
Who don't know
right?
what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing, and they know they're in the age of digital marketing. So what is going to be their first thing that they go ahead and do?
Search for
I
help.
mean, they're going to search. Yeah, they're going to search for digital media marketer and Appio. I mean, we deal with startups a lot on the LexLock side, and pretty much every startup is using their money for marketing. That's what they need to do.
Remember that call the other day? Like, oh yeah, we got you. What are you going to use the money for?
Yeah.
Marketing.
Marketing. Yeah.
Like, well, how?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Marketing.
Yeah. Don't know. I just this guy was just dead set on using the money for marketing, but didn't know what he was going to do, like ad spend, creating content, right?
Yeah.
Webinars, doing email text blasts. He didn't really know. So it was a little comical. But like now we're here to hold that customer's hand. We're not just going to get you the money to go ahead and expand the business. We're going to be here and actually hold your hand and help you expand the business, right?
Yeah.
And I think this will end up making us, you know what we're trying to do.
I
I don't think we should say that loud
Not
just
yet,
yet.
no.
Yeah, not just yet.
Yeah.
But if you're smart, I think you know where we're getting at.
Yep. That's probably episode 16.
Episode 16.
4-month anniversary.
Yeah.
4-month anniversary. I think
I think it's going to transcend the company.
It's gonna
100%.
have us be tethered to our clients so much more too.
Yeah.
Really build out the kind of trickle down.
We want to be that
finance
one-stop
programs
shop.
we have. Yeah, the one-stop shop,
Mhm.
that
Everything you
boutique
need.
style financing programs.
I think what really will help us out too is like we already offer that like tailored white glove experience to our funding clients. Imagine what we're going to do now when like they're with us every month. We're talking to them multiple times a week. Like people are going to love us. We're going to love them.
One thing that Tom said is that we're going to be so much more tethered to our clients.
Yeah.
And that's going to be huge because of things that you say all the time, where as a business owner, every day can be something different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You could wake up, you could be getting sued. You could wake up, your truck's broken down. You could wake up, something's wrong. You wake up on the wrong something.
More
Anything.
times than not, something's wrong when you own a business.
Yeah, and when you're tethered, and a lot of business owners, they get calls every single day about some sort of business financing, and who knows if they just wake up on the right day and Joe Schmo calls at the right time, they're probably gonna just talk to Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
But if we're tethered to that client like that, I'm just realizing all of this now. So many
Yeah.
things happen.
They're going to come to us. I mean, they had a great
Why wouldn't
experience in the
they?
LexLock program with Appio. Why would they not come to us and trust us with the digital media marketing?
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I wanted to bring up is that just like how in our space, in the alternative financing space, like business owners are a little afraid because we're in a unregulated industry, right? And there's a lot of bad people inside of the industry that have bad selling tactics, etc. All things we've talked about on this episode, and as you guys know, it's the same thing with the digital media marketing. I mean, we just had a guy, not going to bring up names, but we used a digital media marketer in the past
Yeah.
that just recently stole $82,000 from somebody that we know.
Mhm.
$82,000.
Yep.
So just as scammy as our industry could be, right, is
Yeah.
the same with the digital media marketing industry. So now we're going to come in as that mom and pop shop that everybody already knows and trusts because
The
of our
White Knights.
brand. And they're going to know, like, listen, I need help with marketing. Going to go to Lexington. People get scammed all the time with marketing. All the time.
Yeah.
You pay somebody and they just
Pay
you can't
someone to
even
do their
turn around.
website,
You can't
nothing
even turn around and
happens.
sue them or do anything bad against them because
You're
they
mostly
did
paying them
something.
on PayPal, like through a card. Like it's
Yeah.
just there's like pretty
Or
much
as long as they
untraceable.
create a website, even if it's the most botched website there is,
Yeah.
or as long as they make one ad or make one post, well, I guess they technically did what they were supposed to.
Yeah.
Delivered.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Ta-
Even though you're getting
Tell
nothing
them
from it.
they'll tell you they're spending $1,000 worth of ads and they really pocket 500 and then
Yeah.
only spend 500 because you can't tell how much they didn't show you how to check how much they were spending on Facebook, which is something so easy.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. So that's why we're going to be here to hold their hand. And just like how we've been able to change their lives with their business from a financial and lending side, we're now going to be able to do that on the digital media marketing side. And once you guys get the money, because a lot of people, they're startups that come to us, we're now going to help you ROI way quicker on the capital that you got, because we're going to be able to turn around business way faster because people are going to know about you, your products, and your company and your industry and what you do way quicker than it would have been going out on your own.
I think another real advantage to having this in-house is also the fact that we are a finance company. We deal with all different industries every day. We know how they work. We know what works for them. So when it comes to the marketing, we know how to market it correctly. You go to a generic digital marketing company that knows nothing about factoring or nothing
That's
about
a great point.
nothing about
That's
any
a great
construction
point.
or anything
Just
like
even
that.
the fact that we deal with business owners already. I mean,
Yeah.
like we are trucking gurus. We're
Yeah.
construction gurus. We're restaurant concierge, like whatever, we're a hotel concierge. We
Literally,
know
no,
almost
literally.
a vet at Lexington. Anyone who works 6 months or longer at this company knows pretty much every industry by the back of their hands, and that's something that's mandatory, right? Know how they make their money, how they could possibly lose their money, the type of financing that industry needs, right? Some bad and good things that underwriters are looking for in that industry, and etc. Just so you know what to expect when you get on the phone, right?
Yeah.
If you are not just a business financing expert, but you're also an expert on that person's industry, they're 1,000 times going to now trust you more than the person who just knows business financing and knows nothing about the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
So that, for one, is we know how industries work and how people make money, and we just understand how businesses work and operate. A lot of these marketing companies, they're just people who went to college, got a marketing job, posted some stuff online a few times, and like, let me go out on my own and let me do digital media marketing.
Yeah.
And they know nothing about the alternative financing industry, and they know nothing about the trucking industry.
They know nothing about the industry they're trying to market.
Yeah, and we've
can you
dealt with
market
people
correctly
who,
if you don't
who, are-
know?
who didn't know our industry, and it's frustrating on the marketing end. It's so frustrating because it's like, and that's why we pretty much brought it in house.
Yeah.
Because like we have to teach somebody what we're doing. Like we can't tell someone what to post. It's like you got, if you're not gonna do some background info, at least know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I think that's a huge key.
I know even just
Huge.
for our industry alone, that's why we're
The
gonna
key to
be
the
so
Lex Lock.
helpful because like finding a marketer for us is hard because we're a niche industry.
Our
You
industry is
know,
insane.
We went through probably 3 or 4 different marketing
Yeah.
agencies. 2 of them just
Didn't work out to say
Yeah.
the least.
but yeah, no, it's hard. So getting people like us who are niche, who know the niche is, it just makes sense.
We're gonna be your best overall, all around player in the digital media marketing space, being able to cater to every single industry area player, no matter how much money you make, low, middle income business, high income business, publicly traded company. We're gonna be able to deal with it all and service it all.
Yeah. And then what would you think, or what would you say are the biggest tools for a company to use starting out trying to market themselves?
Yeah. So I mean, it depends on the industry, obviously. But at first, obviously, I think you got to get a website up and running, right? People need to have a place to where you could drive the traffic to. So it's a slow and steady race, right? It's not like you have to drop 10 grand on marketing month one, right?
No.
Build a proficient website out, right? Start doing some email, some text blast. That's kind of like the new day and age, right? Even if you're a brick and mortar, still email, text blast, local people, get like the local phone book, as crazy that sounds, get a Google spreadsheet, get a little creative here, put it on a list, get it uploaded, or go through us and we'll help you, right?
Yeah.
And then just get your name out there every single day, and you'd be surprised. Watch a customer walk in. 2 more
Every
customers
single
walk in the
day.
next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
4 more walk in the next day. And then now they're telling people, and that's now when word of mouth can now start.
Yeah.
So instead of really like walking around town and handing everybody flyers like what the old entrepreneur might have done, I actually did that with my first business. I would say email, text blasts are really going to be your best bet to really get it out there, get website traffic. Once you start getting more money in, I think that's when paid advertisement starts coming very prevalent, and you start targeting people who want to buy your product. They just don't know about it.
And content, social media content.
Content's another big thing too.
Yeah.
Content's another big
One
thing
thing too, even like how you're saying with the startups, like I know personally, like if I don't see a website for you, I'm most likely not buying a
No.
product. I'm not even going to go to your
Yeah.
restaurant
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
If you don't have just something showing, like unless I've been there since a kid, and their thing is they don't have a website.
Yeah, yeah.
But if like a brand new place opens and like they don't got a website, I'm probably not.
But that's the
checking them out.
problem though, is like if you're not from that area, right? Like say you're just in West Islip hanging out with a bunch of friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go to Google a place, and then now you're just basing everything off of what you're seeing digitally online because you're not from that area. That's how people pick and choose things nowadays,
Yeah.
just like you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah,
So
if you don't have an Instagram, for
we
me to
all
look
have
at
places
something,
we
a
love
Facebook.
in our town, and if we love them that much, we should probably tell them to get online.
Yeah.
Or come work with Lex
One
Media.
of the
Because I'm gonna do it
biggest
all the
things
time,
I
too.
do, when people are talking about other companies that they're thinking about working with, I just say, Google them real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Give them a quick Google.
Quick
You know what?
Google.
What's the name of the company? I want to Google it too.
Can't find it.
Can't find not a single review, nothing. Not a Trust Pilot, not a Google review, and I just tell them, do I have to
No
say more?
website.
Does anything else more have to be said than this right now?
Yeah.
Especially with our industry. It's
Yeah.
so important.
It's so
especially.
prevalent. It's
So
so
important.
prevalent. I mean, you're buying something online, right? It's via a marketplace. We're in the fintech industry, so you gotta look into the people that you're buying from. I mean, I would even want to see their face, and we even go so as far as with customers, we'll WebEx them.
Mhm.
We'll Corey was FaceTiming
Yeah,
somebody.
he was today.
right? It's a little less professional than maybe WebEx or like Zoom or something like that, but
It works.
the customer wanted to do that with Corey at that time. I think they were like about to hop on a funding call, and they just wanted to feel extra comfortable. Finally met Corey really face to face in person. Like that's really what drove them to just fully automatically trust Corey. Because how many people in our industry are gonna hop on a
I was
FaceTime
just
call with a
thinking about the
customer
call with Corey.
midday?
Hey.
Yeah, hi. So funny. I love
Yeah.
it. It's amazing.
I hopped on a video call the other day with someone. I was like, I should wear my glasses. I want to put
We
my glasses
encourage
on.
it. Yeah, we encourage it.
Yeah,
give
we've
us a
all done
call.
it quite a few times.
Mhm.
That's what I like about the partnership too. Everyone wants to do like Google Meets and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be here.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. We want your trust. So if that's what it costs to get the business, to get you as our client, to get you to trust us, call us, FaceTime, sure.
100%.
Set us up with something web. You could see who we are, how we rock. We'll show you around the office.
100%.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Appio?
I was just gonna say, like, I feel I've been very quiet throughout this podcast because I don't know much about marketing, except for the fact that I feel like I have a very good sense of what people like, and it's really big about knowing who your customers are going to be. What's your demographic?
Yep.
And in any venture that I've ever gone out on, I just feel like I know what people like, what people want. I'm not really sure where I'm going to get this was where I'm going with this. I'm sorry. Besides knowing your demographic and making sure that you're marketing specifically for
To those
what your
people.
biggest demographic really is. You know, with the car detailing. Well, I went down to a lot of boat yards. Boat yards. If you own a boat, you're usually pretty wealthy, and you probably have a nice car as well. If I can detail your boat and your car, wonderful. For the ice cream, I go to the boats that have kids. I'm going up to all those boats that have kids as much as possible. For real estate, I mean, one of the biggest things is whenever my company would not put my sign in the grass out front of one of my listings, I was livid.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest forms of marketing. Besides all of the videos that I post on my Instagram. At Appio_Realty.
Shameless plug.
We're not sponsored.
But like the videos are nice. But the biggest thing is having that sign right out in front, at least for real estate, for that specific industry. Because one of your biggest things is that if someone's selling a house on this block, well, your neighbor, they probably have a friend or a family member that wants to move close to them. And so if that sign wasn't there, I would dig a freaking hole my goddamn self, and I would put that sign in. You know, day 2. If that's not there by day 2, that sign's going in.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of door knocking, a lot of door hangers, and a lot of cold calling. I mean, those are all forms of marketing essentially as well. For real estate, I didn't do any paid advertisements, but I was very big on the social media. But knowing your demographic is so huge.
I think what's big too that you're good at is not just knowing your demographic, but knowing where to find your demographic. You know, you can know who your demographic is, but if you're not putting it where it needs to be for them to see it, then you're not going to get any traction.
Yeah.
So I think that's another very important bit of marketing.
100%.
Yeah, all of my ways are just kind of the old school ways. I don't know much about this besides posting and making good content.
Yeah.
I think I know what people like to see, and so my content comes out very good. I direct all of my own content, of
They're
course,
funny.
everything on
I
my
like them.
page.
So it's personal branding. It's what you like to see.
is.
Therefore, you're going to drive in people that like what you like or like you. You know, it's just how it cycles.
Yeah.
You know, you might not get the 10,000 people. You're going to get the 1,000 people that are going to be nice, loyal customers because it's how you present you. You know, like that's the whole fatwa for marketing. I don't think fatwa was the right.
I don't know.
I
I've
like
never
is a
heard that
word.
Either way, I liked it.
Yeah.
Jean-Jay.
Jean
Jay.
You look like Jean Jay.
You
with
look
that
like
sweater.
Jean-Jay, the Winklevosses.
That's the second John Jay shout out. Shout out John Jay.
Shout out Jean-Jay.
You know,
Shout
real
out
quick,
Jean
You
Jay.
better watch this
Shout out
episode because
John
we called you out way too many times, and you honestly should have.
I don't even think he watches.
You're
that stuff.
special,
I
but
don't think it does either.
Liam's special too. Shout out Lee.
We love
you,
Liam.
Lee.
We love you, Lee.
Lee.
We're proud of you, Lee.
Proud of you, Lee. Very proud.
And
Proud-
we're also proud of you too, John Jay.
We
not
are.
just-
Yeah, we're messing with you. We love you, buddy. One thing that I wanted to talk about and necessary social medias to be on nowadays.
Oh yeah.
And I think this is regardless of really any industry that you're in. And in my opinion, you got to be on Instagram.
Mhm.
You got to be on Facebook. And if you're in the professional service industry, you got to be on LinkedIn.
So
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, so
Well, I'm
insurance, mortgage, our industry, banking, any service-based
Is
industry.
this a funny am I getting a prank call? Is this funny?
I don't know.
I don't
know. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's
could
gonna be
a little
question. It could be
scary.
questionable.
Yeah, it could be questionable.
Good
We don't
point.
know.
I was like, oh, is
But
this
I'd
funny?
say those are the top 3, and to really drive your traffic to, right? And that's, I think, the 3 top that people are really on. And especially if you're doing B2B business, LinkedIn is going to be really your best
Absolutely.
bet because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
dealing with other professionals on the site.
Mhm.
With that being said, TikTok is really good if you are a visual and graphic business, like maybe if you're an auto detail shop, right? Tyler that we had on the other day. That's an industry where
Or
you want to make
chefs.
cool TikTok videos,
Yeah.
right? People want to go to the guy who has the coolest looking cars, making the coolest looking videos, making it look
Mhm.
the spiffiest, right?
Mhm.
Maybe like a pizzeria that shows the pizza guy flipping the pizzas, right? Shows them making the dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if your demographic is 30 or below
Yeah,
for TikTok specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I think you can bump that up to like 35 for Instagram and up to 65, 75
Yeah,
for Facebook.
For Facebook. Facebook's always really good for businesses,
Love
especially local
Facebook.
handyman businesses.
Yeah.
Run $5 worth of ad spend a day.
Change
And
your
just
life.
not imagine. You're gonna be getting a ton of phone calls. Phone's gonna be ringing off the hook.
Mhm.
we could definitely help you, but that's just a little secret sauce that you could simply just do. There's a ton of people on Facebook that just need a simple handyman, that need your construction, that need a good plumber, that have nobody to trust. Because to be honest with you, all these big time companies cost way too much money nowadays, and people are looking for an alternative. People are looking for a smaller guy who does great work, who wants to put his name and brand out there, who doesn't have the tools and the resources to put the maybe the different kinds of marketing that these bigger companies are doing. But like I said a little earlier, there's still a way for that smaller guy to get his name out there and let these people see who he really is and the work that he could do.
Absolutely.
What are your opinions on folks who only do word of mouth? They don't even attempt to do any marketing. I have my own opinions.
So it depends on the industry, right? And it also depends on where that business owner's at and how comfortable they are with their business. So like for a good example, your father spoke about that he's just word of mouth right now. And I understand that. And for a multitude of reasons. For one, he's got a great company. He grew it. He did 40 years of grinding and building the company. And I don't think that he wants to keep putting in 80 to 100 hours a week anymore. So I don't think there's really any reason to ramp up business, because at this point he gets so much word of mouth that's just what keeps his deal flow going, right? So I think it's really kind of just where you're at with your business, right? For people like
That's
us,
what I was going to say,
for
complacency.
people like us, complacency. Yeah, for people like us, it would just be like not utilizing all our resources, right? Like why would we spend hundreds of $1,000s on ad spend, $100,000 on texting and email blasting, $100,000 on content, $100,000 having in-house marketing team, but not do word of mouth and ask for referrals like once we close a deal and stuff like that. So I think that it's something that you should never rely on unless you're complacent with your business, and that's just how your business now operates because you've built it up. But in the beginning, dead set of your business, you have to go out and get your brand out there. However you got to do it. And I put it down before, but even if you do got to put flyers in people's mailboxes or door knock or do whatever you got to do, it's a little bit old school, right? But especially depending on the industry that you're in, it could actually maybe even be a little better than if you were maybe picking up the phone and dialing out or sending mailing lists or doing email and text blasting, right? So a lot of this is dictated to your industry. And when you have your first consultation with us and we talk about you and your business, we'll tell you really the best approach to go for marketing. And we'll be upfront with you as well to let you know if we think that you should even be spending money on digital marketing in the beginning in the first place, right? Maybe you're a trucker, right? And you just got to land a few accounts first, right? I promise you these Walmarts and stuff like that aren't Googling you to get your account. You need to go there and you need to show who you are, land a few accounts, get a few trucks on the road. When you have some extra cash, maybe then you could do some more ad spend. But for an industry like that, you're not really getting your business through Facebook, through Instagram, through Google. That could maybe just be a plus. I'm sure you eventually can. Yeah. But that's more like of a word of mouth business, or going out and just hustling and just putting your best foot forward, or paying that young kid to just walk your real estate flyers out to every single person you see in the supermarket that day and give them $100 like your father said, stuff like that he would used to do. So guerrilla marketing is still a thing, right? So it really just depends, industry and where you're at with your business, and if you're complacent or if you're looking to grow it. Yeah. So for us, it would be just completely holding us back. For any growing company, in my opinion, you're just not utilizing all your resources.
Yeah, that's basically what my opinion was going to be, was that you're complacent in where you are. Yeah. I mean, not to knock my own father. He has his own avenues where he's more big into doing his own real estate properties now, and just having his real estate where he's not focused as much maybe on construction, where he still definitely is. But
I mean, you'd be 50, 60 and run a company. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. You're looking towards retirement.
Yeah,
some people are also just kind of okay with that stuff. If I knew that 500K a year was pretty cool for me, then I'm so cool with that.
Well, that too. Some people just have a goal. They have a goal. Once they hit the goal, they're just that's it. They're happy with it.
Once, let's say just randomly, as I said, 500K is cool with me. Once I get to 550, now I need another employee. Now I have to manage that, And once I get to 600, great. Now I need 2 employees and I need new software. 500K, I was busting my butt, not too much, but I was cool with that, So it's
sometimes you're more profitable in that range. I mean, until you from that 500, you're really profitable at 500, but between 500 and 700, you're less profitable. It's not until you hit that 750, 800 where you're being more profitable than you were at 5 again.
It's like the overtime
because you're structured.
How much overtime do you work before the government starts taking?
Well, that's
too
the thing.
Much,
it's every single step in your business is almost taking a few steps back to go a few steps forward.
Yeah.
So maybe you do take on another. Maybe you are making 550 now, but you take on another employee. Now he's making 75. You're making less than that 500 now. You're actually making less. You now have to catch up and get extra work, right? So some people are complacent, and that's totally fine if you have a goal and you hit it, right? But that's not Lexington. That's not Lexington
or anybody.
We're going to be a publicly traded company. We're going to the moon.
You hit a goal, cool. What's the next one?
Heard it right here. What'd you say?
So you hit a goal, cool. What's the next
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, I mean, and that just
Baby
goes to
steps.
show, even with our products and programs that we have here, like Lex Lock is off the ground. We're doing amazing, to say the least, funding millions of dollars in that program. On to the next program.
Yep.
On to the next.
Here we are.
And we're also exactly what we just said. We're also about to take half a step back to bring on more guys, and
we are. I mean, we hired Remy full time. Give it up for Remy. New digital
man
media
behind the
marketer
cam.
at the company, runs all our podcasts, helps us out with a whole lot of things over here.
Yeah.
Remy's now part of the team full time, along with Taylor. Great marketing duo that we have over here. The team is just
Lethal team.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
We got the A team, to say
Insane.
the least.
Mm-hmm.
We got the A team, to say the least. So thank you guys for everything that you do for this company. And our customers really love the work that you guys put on, and our partners. So we really, really, really appreciate it, and how creative that you guys are as well.
And when the documentary comes out in a few years, we're gonna be really happy that we did this when we did.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I already see us like around like episode 16 being like, and now for our next product, introducing.
Lex documentary.
The funny part is it's in
So we're
2
making
months.
movies
Productions.
now.
Yeah, Lex Productions.
So guys, yeah, Tom Cruise is coming in at Thursday. You know, make sure you dress nice. What's crazy about that is you guys wouldn't even doubt me if I
It's
said
really
that.
possible. We can
If
actually.
I told you guys Tom Cruise was coming in tomorrow, would you doubt me for
No,
a movie scene?
no.
You wouldn't doubt
I'd
it.
pull
right?
you aside and be like, Frank, how the
It's just
fuck
Frankie,
Yeah, how
but-
do you pull that up?
Like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm
what
like,
are we
listen,
doing now?
like from one short guy to another, from one short handsome man to another. Come play me.
Yeah.
How do you make yourself look so tall?
Come play me. Those stilts though.
Those stilts,
Those
though.
stilts though.
All right.
Personally, I'm comfortable in my shoes. My Gucci shoes.
The Gucci
My
size.
Gucci flip.
Oh, speaking of branding,
Yeah.
Not-
That's
but not
something cool
sponsored,
to bring
but-
up. That's something cool
Yeah.
to bring up. Let's bring up some brands that we like.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about we yelled at you before set.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
Real quick, yeah. So even just in our show alone, Frankie had his regular shoes on before. We're like, dude, you got to put on the Gucci flip flops. Like, our people want to see that. Like, we have one guy specifically who
Shout out,
loves
Pat.
that. Shout out, Pat.
Shout
yeah.
out, Pat.
No offense, Pat, but I told him to not wear them.
and,
Yeah.
and who'd he listen
Abby
to?
wants me to be formal.
Yeah,
Look at this
Nerd.
belt, you know. Look at these pants. Look,
Yeah.
I spent
Looking
$1,500
damn good.
this weekend at Men's Warehouse, you know.
Yeah,
So
he's
And
ready
it's
to
like-
go.
yeah.
the power of branding, like even that rags to riches sign, that RR, you know exactly what that is.
Oh, you know that.
And it
RR.
has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the car, has
Yeah.
nothing to do with anything, doesn't even say it, but you look at that, you know exactly
100%.
what it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
What other ones?
Let's talk about our favorite brands. Everyone
Yeah.
bring up
Favorite
like 2 or
brands.
3 brands you just love to death. I'm gonna start out first because pretty much everyone knows my brands: Puma,
Uh-huh.
BMW,
And Gucci.
and Gucci,
That's it.
and coming in fourth, and honestly most important, Lexington. Capital Holdings.
Oh.
Great brand.
So those are my 4
Fourth.
brands.
I do love our clothing that we get though.
Our clothing is amazing.
love it.
Oh, yeah,
We,
it's
we
nice
might just start a designer brand one day.
Might
Lex-
Might just have
Lex
to drop
Threads.
Gooch.
Lex Threads.
Lex Threads.
Lucci.
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 Write that down. Write that
Lucci.
down. Write that down.
Lucci.
Documented.
Those
I don't know what my
those
favorite brands
off-brand stores
You
gonna
don't
go
have a-
crazy with
you're
that
a
one.
brandy
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
I feel like.
I'm just trying to think.
Adidas,
Though. I don't
no?
know.
Well, then
yeah, I
what's
mean,
your
I tell you what I
champion?
don't
What
like.
brand's
Nike.
ringing your head the most? How about that? Like, you know,
Don't like Nike. I
boom.
like that you brought that up. Not a Nike fan.
Not a Nike fan.
Puma all the way.
I like Puma. I like Puma. I like
Puma's cool.
Adidas. But like love, I don't know. I mean, I guess Louis, Burberry. I like Burberry. Out of luxury
looks like
brands,
you
I'm a
like
Burberry
Burberry,
guy.
yeah.
I don't like Gucci.
Well, you got a favorite car
personally.
brand? You got a favorite like food brand? Like I love McDonald's.
Yeah, I was just
I
gonna
love
say you and those
McDonald's.
arcs,
Yeah, those arcs they get
they
me.
drive him crazy
They
every
get me.
time.
McDonald's and their branding too. That smell, you drive by it, you know
Oh
it's
my
McDonald's.
gosh.
They instill that
Smelly
shit from you
smell.
from the
That smelly
jump.
smell.
Yeah.
Smells.
Smelly.
Their branding's so deep that they mess with your brain chemicals.
Yeah.
You know?
And then what do? They dropped the Origin movie
Yeah.
just when they were fading away. Came right back
It's
full
nuts
force.
like how you even like fall in love with
I
like a
wanna
brand though
watch that.
sometimes too. Like kind of
Yeah.
like I don't even know. Like BMW's not the nicest car,
No.
but like I just love the
I
brand.
love Lenovo.
I just love the brand.
You do
That's a
love
good
I'm a
one.
Lenovo.
for you.
huge
That's-
Lenovo fan. Oh,
We've
I mean,
clashed.
Yeah, I can't.
Dell
I-
versus
I can't-
Lenovo.
I'm not going to show it, but Red Bull and Lenovo, those are my 2 brands. Red Bull, F1, baby.
What's
Go
the third?
Max. He won.
Grizzly's low key got wings. Grizzly can fly. He just won't show it on the
One
show.
of those, you were so freaking happy when I got my Lenovo laptop.
Oh my god! I have a tech background. I think I talked about that. That's half my degree, but I just love Lenovo. Their computers are the best. They've been on the International Space Station for 25 years. They just don't break. I had mine for 4 years now, and it like just kind of like crapped the bed a little bit. But it's 4 years out of a laptop, and it was still working faster than 3 of the computers we have in here. You know, like they're just great products. This is a
Workhorses.
shameless brand plug. We're not sponsored. I love them though.
Yeah.
Lexington.
I love Nissan.
You know what I heard you liked? The Cheesecake Factory.
I do like, honestly, like, I worked there for 7 years. I got nothing bad to say.
Well,
Nothing
Good
bad
brand.
to say.
I mean, good food.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
a
like,
little pricey now.
yeah, which was great as a waiter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
When
you
two
make
people
money.
sit down,
Yeah, $100
that's a
bill.
lot of money.
$200 bill.
It's a good time.
100%.
But yeah,
100%.
Nissan, favorite car ever.
are you gonna upgrade to Infinity eventually?
No, I don't need to.
They
Nissan.
have an NSX, right? Isn't that
No, no,
Nissan?
no.
No, that's Acura and
It's the
Hyundai.
same company, same key
So
fobs.
Nissan, the plan.
I'll
So
sell
the
you
plan.
mine.
I had a Sentra. I had a Maxima. I have an Ultima. The Ultima. I really want the new 400Z so
Okay.
bad.
Those are nice.
Or my favorite car ever is the 300ZX, and then from there
What
the
about
GTR.
Yep, there it is.
That's the end goal.
the Skyline.
You're gonna get a
Max,
GTR.
I guess
I
that
mean,
is all you need. No need to
R34,
upgrade.
right?
That
I
is the
want
upgrade.
I
all
can't
of
wait to
them.
race you.
I want the R33, the R34,
I'm
the
gonna get smoked in
R35.
my-
You're
my
gonna get
M5.
smoked.
I'm gonna get smoked.
Dude, I mean,
But I'll
you should
still
see
race you.
you should see me in that Maxima. I was a psychopath.
I can only imagine.
It was so much fun. And then
I can
like,
only imagine.
I don't know. I don't really have that many brands on the
I
top
guess
of my
I
head.
like Gerber, but not
Really?
the
Oh,
baby
NASA.
stuff, like the
Oh,
survival
the
stuff.
knives, yeah,
NASA.
yeah.
NASA,
Let's
NASA,
not get into
SpaceX.
NASA. Remember episode 1?
Just the brand,
Dude,
NASA,
we don't even know if
SpaceX.
they went to the moon. All right, we don't even
Bring
know.
it back.
We don't even know. I don't know. You can't sell me here.
No.
You
I
can't.
saw a video-
Lance, Neil.
Saw a video this morning on the
Potato,
toilet.
potato.
A video from like 1982. A lot more clear than a video from 2023.
Yeah.
It was also because it was a live stream in 2023, so it was a little choppy. But like, still, I don't know if it
A
happened.
little suspicious.
No, I like it.
Can you
but-
talk about your segment you
We
wanted to
beat
do?
the others.
Yeah, so we got a segment for
Okay.
branding. We're gonna go over. I'm gonna pass these out to the guys. You guys
Oh.
will see it on screen.
Maybe my
We're
favorite
that
brand's on
tech-savvy
here.
now.
Wow, we
Nowadays.
do that nowadays.
Yeah, we could do that
Pass
nowadays.
on
yeah.
down, pass on.
You made
Only,
it
only
easy for
because
Frankie
he's
on
in
the
house
first.
now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know.
You did this for
You're
me.
shot.
So
For
Frankie,
little old me.
you want to go over the first one with us? What brand do you think that is?
BMW.
The ultimate
that'd be
driving
correct.
machine.
Yes, sir.
We
What's
didn't
the
mention
next
it. We're doing a
one?
logo quiz. So basically,
I
we're
don't
just
know
going to
the
go over the
second
top
one.
branding, see
I
how well we
almost
know them.
do. Once you
Um,
say this next one, I'm
Is
gonna
that
know
Upstart?
it.
No, this
No.
Looks like a
is
travel agency.
Unilever.
What
But, oh, do not know it.
Okay.
Okay, well,
But they're a good brand.
Let's just go around in
Yeah,
circles. On
Tom.
your next.
is this CBS?
Ah, dude.
think it's
No,
NBC.
no,
It's
no.
NBC.
NBC.
Come
NBC.
on.
I don't watch TV, bro.
Uh,
I don't watch the
Google.
news.
Got that one. Nailed it.
Apple.
I thought we were going in order.
We
here.
were.
Oh, but you went for. I'm sorry. I felt left out.
Dude, what's that?
I didn't
is
go
that,
yet.
Is that Ace Hardware?
No.
Is that ADP?
It's a
Oh my
tech company.
gosh.
Which tech company?
Ven.
It is Adobe.
Adobe.
Oh, I
Yeah,
should have
God,
known
dude,
that. We
yeah.
use Adobe.
I know. Big fans.
Who's got the next one?
Let's go back to Frankie.
Yeah.
honestly.
McDonald's.
I
Big Macs.
don't know what this.
I don't
next
know.
one
Is
I'll
this
let
one?
you
Ten
stand.
piece
You guys
nuggets.
wanna know
Is this
this one?
GSK?
French fries.
It is GSK. It's
Best Dr. Pepper in the world.
GlaxoSmithKline. I believe they're a consulting firm.
Okay, well, get him out of here.
Never
We're
heard of
bad.
them.
We're
Day in
bad.
my, never heard of them. Day in my life.
never
And
paid
all
your
that
rent.
logo
We're
looks like
skipping
is
over the bad brands.
that looks like a what's the sunglass brand? Ray-Ban. Looks like a Ray-Ban lens.
It does look
It
like
does.
those
Kind of.
ones.
Tom, next one.
You got
buddy.
AT&T.
That is
AT&Ts.
AT&T. Frankie's second favorite brand, right? Next coming up after AT&T.
Nike. The one and only.
App you only fair you get this one.
Lacoste.
It was his daily wear in Mount Sinai.
You guys didn't
That
have
was definitely
Lacoste
the
at
first
Newfield.
the first day fit.
I've
I
never
had
owned-
Tommy Hilfiger. You guys had Lacoste.
Yeah,
Take
you're
it
right.
easy.
You're right.
Damn.
We couldn't afford the
I
Tommy
never
at the
owned
time.
either of them.
Yeah, I had Lacoste.
Tom, you
Sorry.
got
Take
this
it wrong
next
with
one?
That little guy, he's cool.
Dude, like I should know what this is.
Oh.
I've
I'll
seen
give
it
you
so
a
many
hint.
times.
They make a chocolate milk.
Dove. Milk?
True Moo?
Not a bad one because of the birds. May I just?
They make a
The
chocolate
birds and
Yeah,
the bees?
please do.
Nestle.
Nestle.
No
Oh,
way.
Nestle.
That's Nestle. That
Yeah,
makes
it's Nestle,
sense.
yeah.
Good branding,
Yeah,
guys.
there's a nice little
Yeah.
nest.
Oh, look at it.
Damn, that's cute. Yeah, I had no
Who's
idea.
up? Who's up?
Franny, who's our
That's
favorite
Pringles.
mustache man?
That's
That's Pringles.
That's Pringle
That's
boy.
Pringles. I don't almost don't even want to go over
Sour
this one,
cream
but
Pringles.
well, what's
Is
that
that
next?
is that
Android?
cricket?
No.
What is it?
Android.
It's
You see, we don't know these Android guys.
All right.
Stay over there, you Android boys.
I know you're
This
not
next
going to know
one's-
this next one, so it's Vodafone.
Vodafone.
You didn't even let me
Let's
speak.
not even talk about it
I-
and move
Why
on to
you-
some winners.
Yeah, let's-
Because
why
if we
you
would've known their
assuming?
brand, we would have
What am I
known
saying?
it.
Yeah, that's the
You
thing.
know what I mean? We don't know. We move on to the winners.
Yeah, you know the next one.
Spotify, yeah.
Yes, sir.
The post office.
That's the post office.
USPS.
Yeah.
Audi.
It's pronounced Audi.
Well, here it's out.
Apparently not. Well, they
Audi
need to
was
do better
above.
branding.
Yeah.
Oh, another brand I love, Porsche.
Porsche's great.
Porsche or Porsche?
Is this one?
Porsche.
It's
Tom,
Porsche.
what's this next one?
Porsche.
Yeah.
Dude, that's Heinz.
The color's throwing me off, but is it Heinz?
That's Heinz.
It is Heinz.
It is
Yeah,
Heinz.
That's
That's
Heinz.
Heinz.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what this
Is
thing
that
is.
Rallies?
No, actually.
Carl's Jr.
Nope. It's,
Arby's.
No. Happy, you want to take a quick
Wendy's?
guess?
I'm an idiot.
Nando's.
Nando's.
Move on to
Nando's.
the next.
Yeah.
And move on to it's not Twitter, it's X.
It's
It's
X.
X.
It's
It's
Oh.
X.
Yeah, X
Elon
that,
Musk
X
saved
that
Put respect
the
on
free world
Elon's name.
by buying X.
I got
It's
this. I got
X.
this next one, guys.
Okay.
It's one of our favorite.
Bank of America.
There you go.
Wow.
Imagine
90K.
Got
That
that
one.
PayPal, baby.
Hell
PayPal.
yeah.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Frankie, what's that green H, buddy?
Is that Hess?
No, that's
No.
it's a
Holiday
hotel.
Inn.
Yeah.
The Holiday Inn, baby.
It is Holiday Inn.
It
Hotel
is.
I'm sure
Motel.
Grizzly had a few nights at the Holiday.
Oh,
We at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. We at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
Get up.
Don't know much more after that, honestly.
Of course he does. He was ready.
I was ready.
He's always ready.
Grizzly's ready.
What are we looking at for
Oh,
this next
Michelin
one?
I want to do the
Man.
next one. Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
Michelin
all right, you can do the next
guy.
one then. Yeah.
UBS.
No, that's actually
Ah.
HSBC.
Close,
close. Tom,
Got that Pepsi.
that is Pepsi.
Pepsi, though.
What
Good
gas
dividend
station is
stock.
that?
I don't know
Gas
what this thing
station?
is.
No, actually, it's going to kind of surprise you guys when we get this
Do you
one.
have the answers written down, or you just know all these
In the
brands?
page behind, he
I-
does.
Oh,
I have
you're
the answer.
a
Oh,
fraud.
he's cheating.
You're a
That's why I'm
fraud.
not answering.
Okay, fair enough.
Dude, I don't know. Hold on.
Let's put
It's
our
like a
heads together.
There's a
Kmart?
song about this.
Can you
one.
use it?
Kmart.
Nope. There's it's a blank moment. Let me go and get my. All I want to know is, can I? There's that blanked out a bunch of words.
J.G.
Wentworth,
877
cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
Call today.
So not JG.
It's Kodak.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
That's
Still?
ugly.
Still Kodak?
Because
That's
I'm
their same logo?
coding, dreaming.
Ooh.
We don't got Kodaks over there, right? What do we got?
We're a
We
Canon
We got
family.
Canon. What's
Yeah.
mine? I
Oh, that
forget.
Kodak.
Sony?
Yeah, that
Oh,
Kodak. Yeah, no,
my apologies.
not Sniper Gang.
Got
yeah,
it.
regular.
Got it. No, we're talking about Sniper again. Anyway,
Oh, man.
on to the next.
Walmart.
Walmart. Yep.
Walmart. This is Burger King.
That is
Burger
Burger
King.
King.
Sir. Wilson.
Wilson.
That is Wilson.
Let's just
DreamWorks.
ricochet the
DreamWorks.
rest.
Yep.
I don't know what this is.
United
That looks like
Nations.
Illuminati or
I was-
something.
Oh my God.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
okay,
it's the
fair
UN.
enough,
Yeah.
yeah.
Close
Is
enough.
this
Fair
next one a gas station?
Yes, it
Um,
has to be.
Yeah, it is actually a gas station.
Is this Shell? No.
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 It's
That's,
foreign. You got. I don't think it's Petro China.
What?
On to the
I
next.
guess
bro.
just
Why
gas
didn't you cross
stations
that
look
out?
like gas stations.
I just read this one now.
The next one, Amazon. Jeff, I'm coming for you. Watch your back.
Yep. And all together now for the last one.
Domino's. GG Jamie.
JG Domino's. Well, that was fun, guys. I know you're gonna get a pick of it, but
cars
yeah,
for
that was cool.
kids.
Yeah, that was a little
Donate
fun.
your
That was really
car
cool.
How well we know the
today.
brands.
It's
It
cars
just
with
goes
a
to show the
K.
marketing. You know, when you see that eagle, you know it's Lex. When you see that bitten out apple, you know it's Apple.
Now, what about the jingles?
Oh man,
The ones
we
of
need a
JG
jingle.
Wentworth, 877 cash now.
Dude, no, hold on.
877 cars for
Yeah.
kids.
What is
No,
it?
I mean, look
how
what
does it
it's
start?
at. What's the one
Thought
that
about
approved,
shopping for a new
approved,
car.
approved,
Which one's
approved?
me?
Oh,
MyFreeCreditReport.com, baby.
Yeah.
Saw their ads on my
Yeah.
TV. Thought about calling, but was too late. That one goes hard.
Yeah.
That's an
Everybody drop your favorite jingle down in the comments.
But what's interesting about that is when was the last time you guys heard something like that?
Years.
I feel like it's been
I
years.
saw 877 cash. I'm sorry, cars for kids in the hotel room the other night.
Man, when
Fair
you
enough.
when you
but
wake
I
up on the
feel
couch
like
at 3 in the
I've seen it
morning,
in
what
years,
I'm
bro.
getting at-
education connection is
I
on.
feel like that was a marketing strategy though
Education
for like that time.
So
Like, I feel like
Yeah.
whatever digital media marketing was doing back then, like they had like some sort of API telling them like those catchy videos are what's attracting people like to your business right now, or
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
wouldn't have been doing it. in
Well,
my
cable,
opinion.
cable TV was also so big, and those
That's-
were always the
That's
commercials.
the hard
So
thing.
the living room has died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
the
gone.
living room
It's
has
all to the
died.
bedroom,
so
That's
baby.
why we run ads on other
Yeah,
platforms.
you
It's
know.
not worth spending millions of dollars on a commercial anymore. You could literally spend pennies compared to that on ads.
Yeah.
we gotta get
Even the regular radio,
rights to that
that's what they
song.
ask.
Let's talk about it. Talk about
Let's
it.
talk
We gotta
about it, talk
contact
about it,
somebody
talk
because that's gonna
about
be
it,
that's gonna be
talk
good.
about it.
Ooh yeah.
Do, 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 do,
Do,
do, do, do,
Ow.
talk about Lex Media.
Always reminds me of Shrek.
Because it's from Shrek.
Yes.
Well, it's not completely from Shrek.
Well,
but
Shrek has
that's
it.
in the song.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
it's
got
in the
it.
movie.
I haven't
Favorite
seen
Shrek? Shrek 2.
two.
Yeah.
Easy.
I don't know if I saw Shrek 2.
Oh,
That's
you're-
crazy.
Definitely
You're a
Shrek 1's my
You're a hater.
favorite.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
You
crazy.
can't
What
pick
did
a
they do
Shrek
in that
one.
one? Was that
I don't know.
Shrek 2 or Shrek 1?
Shrek 2?
Shrek 2 is when he became like the handsome guy for like half the movie, and then he
Oh.
saved like Princess Fiona from marrying the wrong guy.
Wow.
The gingerbread man like turned
Yeah.
into a giant.
Oh, he came
and-
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was just a great flick.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
good. It was good. A good
Yeah,
turnaround
a
story.
great film.
Wait. She tried to marry the wrong guy again?
Then you must be talking about 2. Oh no.
That was one.
Are we
Yeah,
burnt?
Farquaad.
Well,
Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wow, she be around.
Yeah, clearly.
Fiona.
No, it was like some guy
all
like
the Fairly
casted a spell
Godmother's
on
fault.
her to like so that the guy like
Oh.
spoke like Shrek or like something like that. It's like she was convinced it was Shrek, and everyone else around her told her it was Shrek.
Damn.
And the guy pretended to be Shrek. So then Shrek came in there, kicked some ass, and was like,
Oh,
"Yo,
at the
I
dinner
want my
table.
sweetheart back."
I like the big dinner table. I remember that scene.
Yeah.
Here's Shrek's story.
Good movie.
It's sad but true about Fiona.
Get that
A
with
girl
Chris
he
Rock.
once knew. She
She
took
took
his
my
heart
and ran around
With every
to
prince
Lord
in
Farquaad's castle in town.
Hey,
hey.
Oh,
Whoa, hey, hey. Whoa, hey.
I don't know this
Hey.
one.
Me and Abby could have been in the 60s barbershop
Ba-
quartet.
ba-
Yeah.
ba-
My father used to be.
Hell
He used to
yeah.
go. Did I tell this? I think I told the story. He used
He
to
used
go
to do
around to
run around
local
too.
bars
Yeah.
that were having like
To that song.
karaoke competitions with all of his friends, or like 4 of his
That's
friends, and they
badass.
would sing that song.
That's
That's
badass.
awesome.
All right.
Fucking big
Can't get hurt
football
buying
Tony.
dirt. Football
Can't get hurt.
You
buying
never get
dirt.
hoi buying dirt.
get hurt if you buy it.
Dad, we say that all the time around
We
All
do
the
say it
time.
all the
Yeah,
time.
all this, it's so funny.
Can't get hurt buying dirt.
do it.
All right.
Can't do it. It's a W.
So I think that concludes
We Lex
episode
talked
8.
about it.
Lex talked about a whole
Yeah.
lot here.
We definitely Lex
did.
talked about a whole
Stay
lot.
tuned for the
And
future
once again,
release
went
of the
longer than we
program.
expected.
If you
Yeah,
guys
that's how
want,
it goes
DM us,
typically.
message us, get on the waiting list. Be ready for this. We're ready for you.
Yeah. Jan 1 launch. We will be having a waiting list. We're probably going to take on about 25 to 50 clients on our waiting list, depending on the package's size that you guys really want. We want to make sure that we're going to service every client, obviously, to the best of our abilities, starting Jan 1. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for all the love and appreciation you show towards Lexington. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, our partners, our fans, our customers, and even just everyone who works, with us,
Yes.
we wouldn't be at where we're at. So excited to launch this program and help you guys out and get your businesses to be on the forefront of where all these big guys are. I want you guys to be, if you're in the trucking business, I want you to be just as big as the biggest. What's the biggest trucking company out there?
X something.
If you're a retail store, I want to put Walmart out of business, right?
Yeah.
If you're a little like meat shop, I want you to put Boar's Head out of business, right? Let's get you some routes, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna make you guys synonymous in your industry, and we're gonna be able to put you guys in a position where you're competing with the big players in your space.
Also, current unique little marketing trick. Shout out to our buddy Philip Whalen, who's going to be fighting today, Saturday.
Oh, yeah, yeah. we gotta
Proud
shout out
sponsor,
Phil.
Lexington Capital Holdings.
Yeah.
So, he's going to be wearing our logo on his shorts, on his flag. He's a local kid. We went to 2 different schools, so our schools were in the same district. Half our company went to that school, so it's going to be a good reunion with him, watching him
100%.
fight in a cage.
100%.
So that's
The
gonna be
flex
cool.
fights, right?
The
Flex
flex
fights.
fights. Yeah.
Fights.
The flex fights coming up this Saturday. Come out, support Phil. Come out, support Lexington. I know he's going to take this one home
Oh,
for,
he has
for
to.
everybody in the stands.
He's got no choice.
We'll be
All of
there
us back there
supporting you.
cheering him on. Hell
There's going
yeah.
to be
yeah.
Support
30
you.
animals in the
Don't
crowd.
you worry,
Yeah.
Phil. And appreciate, you taking us on as a sponsor, and appreciate you even just doing marketing just, for yourself, and just knowing that there's a branding opportunity there for you. So we're very excited to partner up with you and cheer you on that day. Let's go.
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Lex Media.
Hey.
Na, 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 na.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
I'm here. You
Goodbye.
Good night.
Who the is that?
Oh.
Is that Corey?
Yeah.
This is Jim.
That's Jim.
That's Jeff. I'm Grizz. Frank.
Hey,
You're
thank
Tom.
you.
Marco. Welcome to Lex Talk About.